This is �SGA, or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Takes 𝐾𝐨𝐻. He's open at 2. Oh! And Canada with their first lead since the first quarter.
Over the past year, he has developed into an NBA star as he averaged 31.4 points with the Thunder and dragged Team Canada all the way to the semifinals in the FIBA World Cup. If you watch him play, you see a living highlight machine, hitting crossovers, step-back threes and lightning fast drives to the basket. But there are a few things Shai needs to adjust in order to become unstoppable. Can he fix them? To better understand SGA, we need to look at his rise. Shai was born in Toronto, Canada. By the way, do you know what his full name is? Shaiwante Ation Gilgeous-Alexander. So yeah, we better stick with SGA. After a solid high school career, he decided to play college basketball at Kentucky. There, he managed to work his way up from the 6th man to the starting point guard. However, there were no signs of Shai being unstoppable, as he averaged 14 points, 4 rebounds and 5 assists. So he was good, but not great. His final college basketball moment was a missed 3-point attempt at the buzzer. Something that is quite untypical for SGA today, as he hit more game winners than some players play seasons in the NBA. After that, he declared for the 2018 NBA draft. Gilgeous-Alexander was selected as the 11th pick by the Hornets and immediately traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. There, he played alright, but still had a lot of development in front of him. In his second season, he was sent to the Thunder in a big trade that brought Paul George to the Clippers. And this is where his real rise begins. In the same year, SGA recorded his first triple-double with 20 points, 20 rebounds and 10 assists, also becoming the youngest player to achieve a 20-20-10 stat line. He continued improving his numbers in all of his seasons with the Thunder. OKC saw his potential and in 2021 gave him a $171 million 5-year rookie extension, which later ballooned to $207 million as he made the All-NBA team in 2023. Shai quickly became the star of the team and also went from being considered a solid player to being viewed as a great NBA player, as he became an All-Star, made the All-NBA first team and finished 5th in MVP voting. But that still doesn't answer our question. What makes SGA so great? And how can he become unstoppable? Firstly, no one in the NBA drives more than SGA. He attacks the rim more than 24 times per game. Might as well call him Shai Driving Alexander. And he is quite efficient while doing so, thanks to his unique combination of size, handle, balance and slitheriness. Gilgeous-Alexander is able to maneuver his body even into the tightest of spaces. He's converting 51% of the shots he's taking on these escapades, which is the second highest rate of anyone in the top 10 in drives per game. Gilgeous-Alexander's insatiable thirst for the rim makes up the backbone of the Thunder's offense. But why is it so efficient? Typically, the 3 most efficient kind of shots are those taken at the rim, at the free throw line and spotter threes. And since SGA is such a dynamic driver, his downhill attacks typically lead to one of these outcomes. If the defense stays at home and doesn't help him, that's either a layup or free throws. By the way, Shai is 4th in free throw attempts per game, and if they do sink in to protect the paint, it creates the opportunity for a kick-out pass to an open shooter. But this isn't the only aspect of Shai's greatness. Some people criticize his below average 3-point percentage, as he shot just 30% last season and 34.5% this season. But that's not exactly SGA's fault. In 2021, he shot almost 42% from beyond the arc. His touch in the mid-range, coupled with his proficiency as a free throw shooter and catch-and-shoot 3-point threat, provides a solid indicator that his overall 3-point efficiency will increase when he has more talent around him. In other words, his not so great teammates force him to make many tough shots. Okay, let me ask you something. Who would you compare Gilgeous-Alexander to? I mean, he's a point guard, so let's compare him to Trae Young. On offense, both of them are creative floor generals who know how to find his teammates for good looks. While Shai has a better finishing ability, Trae finds more valuable passes. But there is one advantage that SGA has over Trae Young and many guards: his physique. This makes all the difference on defense. With his 6'5" stature and 6'11" wingspan, Gilgeous-Alexander has the opportunity to block passing lanes, cover more space, and give his defenders a harder time. And while defense is Shai's weaker spot, it's not his weak spot. He doesn't kill his own team on defense like, say, Trae Young does. So to answer the question of the video, well, let's reformulate it. Which part about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is unstoppable? I would say his offense. Shai's skill, court vision, footwork and scoring ability are remarkable. Drives, spin moves, crossovers, fadeaways, threes, he can do it all. But there's another aspect, his tenacity. If �SGA shows 100% on offense, he does the same on defense. Sure, he's no defensive player of the year candidate, but he puts in the effort on both sides of the court. Okay, now we know what makes Shai so great, but what does he need to become an NBA superstar or an MVP candidate, if he ain't one already? The answer to that is not so much about his skill set, but rather his achievements. Firstly, subscribing to this channel might help, and second, he needs to step up in the playoffs. In the 13 playoff games he has played in his career, he averaged just 15.1 points, 4.1 rebounds and 3.7 assists. But there's a bright spot. Shai has already proven to be a great leader, not only for the OKC Thunder but also Team Canada, as he was able to drag his national team into the semi-finals of the FIBA World Cup with multiple 30-point performances. Furthermore, Shai is clutch. He scores buckets in crucial minutes and has hit 3 game winners. Actually, it should have been 4, as he hit a game-tying 3 against the New Orleans Pelicans that should have sent the game into overtime, until this happened. Yup, Devonte Graham decided to hit the longest game-winning buzzer beater in NBA history. In conclusion, there are many things to praise about �SGA. The only thing he needs to show us is some playoff success. If he manages to win a championship with the Thunder, which could be possible in a few seasons, then everyone will accept Shai as an NBA superstar. Until then, he remains unstoppable on offense. Shai is definitely not playing shy, he just needs some time and experience. Oh, and a better developed team around him. Remember, he is just 25 years old and is still entering his prime. What do you think? Will Shai make the cut? In my opinion, absolutely. Gilgeous-Alexander holds a unique offensive skill set. He possesses excellent body control that allows him to score in traffic or find teammates on the perimeter with a kick-out pass. His great footwork and ball handling add even more moves to his arsenal. He is not afraid of the big moment and will put the team on his shoulders when the offense stagnates. Despite his athleticism, he tends to play a slower, more methodical, deliberate pace, which is unconventional but not negative. It allows him to think about his next move and helps him make better decisions. What does that mean? If he can continue in the playoffs what he did in the regular season, �SGA will become unstoppable. Consider subscribing if you enjoy this type of content. Now, while Shai finished 5th in MVP voting, Jayson Tatum snuck before him and claimed the 4th place. And rightfully so, because he might be one step closer to reaching superstar status. But what's kinda weird was Tatum's draft. Some players were good, some were busts, and some I don't even have words for. So check out this video to get to know more. Seriously, just click it. I'll see you there.